Well, the Nine's India Grant is at Cheers in Aberdeen tonight. Hi India, how's it going there?
Hi Rebecca, so I'm here in Cheers, which is in the centre of Aberdeen. Downstairs there is a bar, they're open, they're going to be open until 2 AM and they don't need to check people's vaccine status. Why? Because there's no dance floor. But I'm upstairs, I'm in the club. They're not open just now, but from Friday they will be, and they will be checking to see if people are double jabbed. Now, George is the operations manager here. George, you were checking last night to see what people's vaccine status was. Can you tell me how that went?
Yeah, it didn't go too well to begin with. Essentially, the grace period that ended for business is as of midnight last night. So when we opened the club at 10 PM, customers were coming in obviously not realising they needed their vaccine status certificate. So we had to refuse a couple of people entry. We also had people coming in with foreign vaccine appointment letters, which wasn't quite their vaccine passport. So it caused a wee bit of confusion yesterday. Hoping that'll kind of clear out over the rest of the week. We're doing a bit more in terms of PR to try and tell our customers what it is we require of them before they arrive at the venue.
So let's say I fancy a night out on the town on Friday and I come here. What's the procedure? What are you doing to check?
So essentially there's a couple of things we're having to do. Is the door staff are obviously checking for IDs to begin with. After that process is done, if they're coming into the venue, people are filling in track and trace information. Again, the doorman just making sure they're not too intoxicated before they get in. When people are then inside the bar, they have the option to remain in the bar, which will be at background level music, and they could get seated service, or they can head on up to the nightclub. Our entrance to the nightclub, there's only one entrance, and essentially there's a reception desk there with a member of staff who will be checking vaccine status or exemption. People who are permitted entry will be given a wristband. They go up the stair and they kind of party up the stair. Those who don't will obviously be guided out another exit.
So obviously the Scottish Government say that they have brought this in to contain the spread of COVID-19, and here NHS Grampian, well, they had to call in the army to deal with staff shortages. You must see the point for why this has been brought in.
I don't see the point of it personally, because what I find is people who are leaving the venue, or even if we're refusing people from getting in because of their vaccine status, they're then joining things like a taxi queue with 40, 50 people in close proximity to each other, or they could be going to a late night casino or another setting where they get food and they're getting into close contact with people. All these places don't have the same requirements as we do.
George, thank you very much. So that is the view from one nightclub manager here in Aberdeen, but of course many others across the country are getting to grips with this new system.
India in Aberdeen at Cheers, thank you very much indeed for that.
It's going to be interesting, isn't it?
It's going to be very interesting to see how everybody gets on. I mean, they've had, what, is it about 2 weeks, this grace period where it's been in place but not enforced.